What's up, YouTube? This is Team Revelation with an updated Gravekeepers deck profile. I had to change it a little bit because partially it was out of date and also new formats, so some of the things like heavy and reborn, such like that. So yeah, I switched it up a little bit. Here it is. It's basically the same. You have your 3 recruiters, the search of the deck. Have 3 spy. Again, that's obvious. Special. Summoning. Descendant, so you can pop your opponent's monsters. 3 of those. 3 commandants, so you can ditch him, get your field spell, Necro Valor, to your hand, which is very important in this deck. 2 guard, because people don't usually expect to run into the 1900 defense, which is cool. Spy is $2 grand for defense, which is nice too. What's nice about him is he pops to hand. Somebody's flipped up, he pop a card to hand. This is new. I'm teching 1 to Tsukiyomi, and the reason why I decided to do that was because I was thinking about it, and if I have, say for instance, my spy, let's say I set my spy and a turn goes by and my spy survives, I mirror force their attack or whatever, and my spy survives, then what I can do is next turn I don't normal summon yet. First I just flip that up my spy. I special summon, let's say most likely probably Descendant. Then I have Tsukiyomi in hand, summon Tsukiyomi, use Tsukiyomi's effect, flip that back down, then I can overlay those 2 and go into whatever. So that way Tsukiyomi, you know, because it'll go back into my hand because it's Spirit Monster at the end phase, but then it allows me to set the Spy again so that I can go off again with Spy next turn if they attack into it. Now obviously they're going to know that it's Spy down then, but it doesn't matter because it's just nice. So I decided to tech 1 to Tsukiyomi, just try to see how it works. Still have 1 Grand Mole, just because I love Grand Mole, and he also can help if I have Recruiter on and I need to go into a rank 3, he helps out with that. 3 Necro Valley, obviously. It's just a great card. Even though Reborn's gone now and this stopped Reborn, there's still a lot of decks and a lot of cards that activate in the graveyard or move cards to and from the graveyard. So I just still think it's good. Plus you get the attack boost by that too. The 3 Wonder Wands, again, same reason. It's just because it's draw power first of all, and also it's another 500 for any Gravekeeper, so it can turn Gravekeepers into beat sticks a little bit. And then if you really need the draw power, you can get rid of the wand and the monster that it's equipped to draw to. 2 Royal Tribute, obviously that's if you know what it does, it's a really good card. It's both opponents get rid of all monsters in their hand. So it's always helpful. And usually, obviously, what you want to do is burn through all your Gravekeepers so you don't have any in your hand. You throw down Steel, and then, you throw down Royal Tribute, and they get rid of all their cards in their hand. 2 Steel, that just recycles. You just grab 2 Gravekeeps from the grave, put them to hand. Still running the Dark Hole, just because it's Dark Hole. Does what it's supposed to do. 3 MST, that's different. I didn't have those last time. Kind of obvious why that is. There's no heavy, there's no really way to get rid of back row like that, except for Night Beam, MST, Twister, things like that. So I just decided I personally prefer MST. And that's it for Magic. And then Trap lineup, I have 1 Warning still, 1 Black Horn. Again, because with Judgment gone, I like still having Horn because it can stop a special and it's no cost to you. Still double mirror, just because if I don't have Necro Valley on the field or Wonder Wand on the field, these Gravekeepers can be a little bit on the weak side, so they need some protection. That's the same reason why I have the D prisons, same thing, just to protect them. Still one tribute. I'm thinking about maybe doing something different other than this tribute, but for right now it's working okay. I just don't like blowing up the Gravekeepers because it's not like it's a really fast deck. It's a little bit on the slower side, so I like to keep my Gravekeepers if I can. One Compulse still, just because Compulse is still a really good card. One Bottomless, because it's bottomless. This is also new. I have 2 Bribe now, and this is for a few different reasons. Obviously, Judgment's gone, so this is sort of like a replacement Judgment, and yes, it does give the opponent +1, but to me, oftentimes, it's worth the risk. It ends up still being worth it. And I don't have anything to protect my back row. I have a fairly heavy trap lineup, and there's really nothing to protect it. In my Necro Valley, there's really nothing to protect that except for these, so that's kind of why I run them. And that's the main deck. Now we'll get into the extra, which the extra has also changed a fair amount as well. We have 1 Zen Mains, 110 Tempo, Leviathan, Acid. Those are all kind of self-explanatory. They're just options. The only level 3s that I have in the deck are the 3 Recruiter and the 1 Grand Mole. So I'm really not going into rank 3s that often, but I have them in there because I definitely have the space, and I like having those guys as options rather than needing them and then not even having them in there to use. 1 Cowboy, that's new. I like Cowboy a lot, obviously. It's a good card. This is I don't know, was just kind of looking through the binder for rank 4s that I thought were decent. And this one's new, and I haven't really had a whole lot of chance to play it, but so far it seems pretty decent. It's 2 level 4s, and you can detach to destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field, but your opponent can choose to pay 1,000 life points and negate it. So it's really not too bad. We'll see how it works. Might keep it, might take it out. 1 Maestroke, that's obvious. It's Book of Moon, and also it can survive. Roach, because last format I really didn't see Roach played a whole lot, but I feel that this format he'll come back again a little bit because I think there'll be more synchro stuff going on, and I just feel like he's going to be able to come back a little bit and do what he used to be able to do. So that's why I put him in there. This I think I explained in the other video, but I'll explain it again briefly. This also is for Spy, so that if Spy goes off and I go into him, then I can use his effect to flip the Spy down. That way, next turn I can do it again if Spy survives another turn. So that's just that, and I only run 1 of that because it's only needs 1. 1 Black Ship, self-explanatory, great rank 4. Pappy, my favorite. Why is it a warrior? I don't know. It looks like a butterfly to me, but it's a warrior butterfly, I guess. It's good. Comment and tell me why it's a warrior, please, if you know. Night Pappy, which is also a new one for me. I liked its effect, and I was looking for monsters that took 3 level 4 because I get 3 level 4s out fairly often. So I was looking for options. Obviously, Shockmaster's gone now. Still want to know why it's a fairy, but anyways, Shockmaster's gone. So I couldn't put Shockmaster in, so I was trying to think of other options to do for that. And this was one of them that I liked. It's decent. Then we have this guy right here, number 69. I had him in the last profile too. He's kind of neat, just negates XYZs on the field, and then you can pick one of the XYZs and steal their effects at the end phase by detaching. So it's not that bad. Utopia and then Gem Knight, those are obvious. I don't really want Utopia in here, to be honest, but I kind of had the space, so I threw him in there. And Gem Knight's just to get stuff so that I can run over it. But honestly, if I had a Vylon de Sigma, I would definitely put a Vylon de Sigma in here. I was thinking possibly maybe Shark Drake. Different things like that. So yeah, that's main and extra. Here's the side, which really isn't a whole lot different, to be honest. It's basically the same exact thing. Again, the 2 Marshmallon, the 2 Snowman Eater, And the purpose of those, as I said last time, was so that for my guards, I usually side those up for my guards or my spy, depending on whatever deck I'm playing against, and it just really throws them off because they're expecting to run into spy, or they're expecting to run into guard, and they actually run into marshmallow or snowman eater. And it also puts more level 3s in, so my rank 3s go off better. Watcher, this is just the natural Gravekeeper's way of negating decks that cause you to discard, like Dark World. So I still have those in there just because I'm not really sure what's going to do really well this format. So the side deck is really up in the air. It's just for right now what I think is good for now. And then another Tsukuyomi, just because it helps the deck be a little bit faster, I think, but it can also be a little dead. So I don't main 2, I just main 1 and then side another. So that's it for Gravekeepers. Thank you guys for watching, and please hit the like button, please subscribe, please comment, whatever, anything you guys want to ask us, we're here to answer as best we can. And thanks guys.